governor is not above the law. He is not above the law. The only person above the law is the president.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, the chaos that took place during the burial at Goseta area in Kwanza sub-county within Trans Nzoia County, several political bigwigs have come out to the limelight to condemn the incident. So during this, whole process, one politician by the name Ferdinand Wanyonyi, who appears to be the second deputy party leader of Ford Kenya Alliance, made a statement, and this statement which Ferdinand Wanyonyi has made is what has shocked so many people, because in his statement, Ferdinand Wanyonyi said that William Ruto is above the law and he cannot follow the law. The expectation maybe from Wanyonyi was that he was to defend Moses Wetangula. But because in his quest to defend Moses Wetangula, who in this whole drama appears to be on the losing end, he made a political mistake and said William Ruto is above the law. So I want us to go straight into this issue. I didn't want to talk about this issue. I've been trying to avoid it lately. But because of this statement from Ferdinand Wanyonyi, and because of the statement from Susan Nakumicha and several other leaders, this story appears to be quite interesting. So we will go deeper into this statement by Ferdinand Wanyonyi. But before we do that, allow me to encourage you to please support this channel by subscribing and liking this video. For those who supported us before, thank you so much for your support. So Ferdinand Wanyonyi made this disturbing statement.
He is not above the law. The only person above the law is the president. The rest of us, we have to follow the law. He has disrupted a very smooth ceremony. Now he's saying that's a beginning. Naanza kukondemn for Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, please, that's a wrong way. Advise our brother, aende pole pole. Tumekuwa na yule alikuwa hapo Patrick Simiyu. Patrick who? Kaemba. We never had this kind of thing. Matanga ni matanga, ndugu yangu. The how does now come in for Kenya comes in. Do that. Why did he come? If he was warned, assuming I warned him. I didn't warn him. If I talked to him, why did he come? And he's somebody. We work together. We are here working as leaders of Trans Nzoia. If there's anything else, he can also tell Ferdinand, there's one or two things to do. Do that and just do. There's nothing wrong with that. Is there any problem, gentlemen? No. Is there any problem, the press? No. If I talk to you and I tell you the way I see, don't bother. Is that a problem? No. And he's a friend of mine. I've not said anything against him. Sijasema, lakini I'm making a correction. And take it from me. I'm not condemning him. I'm simply, the way he acted, the way he did things yesterday was wrong. And you agree with me. Because,
very well. Allow me to take you to a certain article on regarding what Ferdinand Wanyonyi seems to be thinking. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is not above the law, going by the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. The 2010 Constitution brought about so many changes, which the former regime, a regime that was during the Moise era, enjoyed. During Moise era, the president was above the law. But with the enactment of the 2010 Constitution, the president is no longer above the law. So let me take you to a certain article here that talks about this issue, because the president is not above the law, because if that is the case, then the 2017 issue that caught the attention of so many Kenyans, whereby Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency was nullified. If at all the president is above the law, then that would not have happened. But that had to happen because the president is not above the law. So what Ferdinand Wanyonyi is saying is a total embarrassment from Speaker of the National Assembly when we're talking about Moses Wetangula. So let us go back to this story of Moses Wetangula and how he addresses things. Maybe in Ford Kenya, they have a notion that the president is always above the law. Many times when you look at, the way Wetangula talks, how he behaves and how he conducts himself in parliament, you can as well say that according to him, maybe according to his party, they are believing that the president is above the law. This matter by Natembeya seems to have gotten Moses Wetangula by surprise. He never expected that Natembeya would be this strong. And in fact, the embarrassment that took place in Trans Nzoia during that burial ceremony has left Moses Wetangula appearing like a laughingstock. To be honest with you, then that explains why you find that so many leaders are now coming out in defense of Moses Wetangula. But if you look at Natembeya seems to be, soldiering on or addressing this issue by his own self, by himself. That's what I mean. So many leaders are defending Moses Wetangula. Talked about the issue of Susan Nakumicha, who also issued a threat. We have seen other leaders. So Ferdinand Wanyonyi's latest remark is a total embarrassment of Speaker Moses Wetangula. Nobody is above the law according to the 2010 Constitution, and if that is what is happening in maybe Ford Kenya, so maybe Natembeya could be right. But Natembeya said that, and I think you followed this story on the social media, on the television, mainstream media, that Natembeya has been saying that Wetangula amekuwa akishikwa mkono. Of course, ameshikwa mkono. Let's take for example during Moi, alishikwa mkono. During Kibaki, alishikwa mkono tena. And again this time round, ameshikwa mkono na Ruto. So that is what Natembeya seems to be preaching as the gospel in Trans Nzoia. And honestly speaking, unless something else is done, but if the trend continues, then Wetangula will lose. So the question here is, who is financing Natembeya, and why isn't Mudavadi talking about this matter? Why isn't Boni Alole talking about it? Is this a plan to kick out Wetangula? Maybe that's a plan to kick out Wetangula, and Wetangula is on the receiving end. And that, just like I said, the person who is on the defensive now, the person who's losing, is Moses Wetangula. Natembeya talked about that the only time he will cease to attack Moses Wetangula ni wakati Moses Wetangula ametoka pale, yani because he talks about Moses Wetangula being an opportunist, someone who rides on the back of others. There's a time I think he said that why didn't he told Moses Wetangula, kwa nini Wetangula hakuchukua someone like Ferdinand Wanyonyi, maybe a waziri. He took a lady, a female a person to be. I think what he was trying to mean is that Moses Wetangula proposed Susan Nakumicha instead of someone like Ferdinand Wanyonyi, mtu ambaye anaweza kumsaidia politically. Right now Susan Nakumicha, I think career wise akona changamoto. But you see, for the case of Ferdinand Wanyonyi, kama angechaguliwa, he would have made a lot of sense in that docket, na maybe respect ingekuwa. So Nakumicha respect kwake imeisha completely. If you have been following the politics lately, especially what is happening between the CS Health and KMPDU, then you'll agree with me that CS Nakumicha is also on the receiving end. She has been put on the defensive. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this analysis and this latest move, the remarks by Ford Kenya saying that William Ruto is above the law? That is a very shocking remark from people who have been pretending to be, championing democracy. likes of Wetangula. When Wetangula was with Raila Amolo Odinga, they used to talk about democracy, that nobody is above the law. He used to say those things. But look at his deputy party leader who is representing him. His deputy party leader has told the public that only the president is above the law. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe. Like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.